So there I was on a transatlantic red-eye flight from Austin, Texas to London, England. The flight was going to be 9.5 hours, so I had to settle in, get comfortable, and prepare myself for an all-nighter across the entire Atlantic Ocean. Now, the views were absolutely stunning. The way you fly from Texas to London is you go all the way up north till you hit the Canadian border, and then fly directly east over the Atlantic Ocean. After a somewhat sketchy dinner, I was flying over Michigan, and that's when it hit, the giant thunderhead. It was the biggest storm I had ever seen from 30,000 feet. And if you've never experienced a storm like that high up, you have no idea what that flavor of terror can be like. When the turbulence settled, I managed to fall asleep for about 5 hours, and then the sun came up, much earlier than I expected. When I awoke, I was flying over the city of Galway, Ireland, and little did I know that just a week from then, it was going to be the most charming city I had ever visited. Just past that was England, and just outside of London was surprisingly a lot of farmland. It was much more rural than I ever expected. We touched down on a beautiful morning. I hopped a very quick train, the first of what was going to turn out to be countless. I rode so many trains on this trip. And I stowed myself, got a little bit of caffeine, dropped off my bags, and started to explore London that morning as soon as it touched down. No nap or anything. The first thing I noticed about London is that it was seemingly a city that was entirely made out of contradictions. The newest, most cutting-edge architecture I'd ever seen in my life was directly across the street from modern art, or at least modern art that would have been considered so in the 70s. And next to that was ancient medieval art. And next to that was buildings that seemingly were built during wartime. It was a mix and match of everything all throughout London. And that was everything, from the buildings to the cars to the food. Speaking of which, I do believe I had the best pizza that I had in my entire life, until I ended up in Italy anyway. I explored chaotically, without plan, reason, barely even using a map. And that's when I finally saw the Tower Bridge. It was breathtaking. I never expected to see this sight, and little did I know it was going to be the first of many. It was a beautiful area, with scenic views all over the River Thames, and right across the way was the Tower of London. Even though I was already a bit tired, it was early afternoon, I knew I had to walk in and go explore it. I believe it was around this time that I knew no matter how tired I was going to make the absolute most of this trip. Howdy, y'all. My name is Cody LeBeau. If you didn't already know, thank you for watching my videos. Appreciate y'all hitting those buttons right down yonder. Helps support me, helps the algorithm see me. If you're interested, wrote a Korean Viking fantasy novel. It's the link is up in my bio. You can check that out. Love each and every one of y'all. See you in the next one.